Hey! I'm really doing this, aren't I? Looks like it. Hi. My name's Jay Cameron. I'm new to this whole YouTube thing, so please leave me the fuck alone if I fuck something up, alright? I don't know how to do this. I'm new to this. I don't know how the fuck this shit works. But yeah, here I am. I'm mostly making this channel because my friends, they're constantly getting me tired of me screaming about fictional characters, just stuff in general. So I just decided, why not I just come on here and make videos that 99.9% no one is going to see. So that's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be talking about the haikyuu fandom today because they get on my last fucking nerve. I have notes because I'm an unorganized fucking mess. First thing, fanning characters. I don't understand why the fandom just decided that they're just gonna ignore these characters and their character growth, because literally all the characters in haikyuu, their character growth is literally amazing. But what the problem with the fandom is the fact that they will completely ignore that and then water down the character to one specific trait. One thing that really annoys me is with Hinata, because they assume that he's this soft boy, completely innocent. He hears you cussing, he's going to be like, oh, cover your ears, everyone. Like, yo, he's in high school. High school. No high schooler acts like that. Y'all need to stop with that. That's not it. And then we got Kuro. Oh my god. Listen, I hate fanning Kuro with a burning passion. I see that man on the streets, it's on sight. No funny business, no playing around. I'm about to pop his fucking block up. I don't give a damn if he's 6'1", alright? It's fucking done, alright? But it's just, Kuro is just really an amazing character. Like, he cares a lot about his friends. Yeah, he can be annoying at times, but that's just his personality. It's just, he likes to piss people off, and I find that really funny. But what the fandom did is basically they said, yeah, he's a sex god. I'm just like, man doesn't even have time for that. He's the captain of a volleyball team. So, captain of a volleyball team out of powerhouse school. He doesn't have time for that. And then there was the whole, oh, people found out that he liked chemistry, and then people were making that his one character trait with the sex god thing. They're like, oh, he would move the periodic table in your ear. Like, stop it. Another thing was with the whole Suna smoking headcanon. That was wrong for a number of reasons. Hi, yeah, I didn't explain it how I wanted to in the video, so I'm doing it this way with the recording. What I was talking about in the video was the Suna headcanon smoking. Now, I'm not Asian. I can't speak for the Asian community, so I will try my best not to say anything wrong or insensitive. But what I was trying to say was that the headcanon was bad for a number of reasons, but the main one being that it was offensive, because people said that he looked high all the time because of his eye shape. Now, I have heard a few Asian creators on TikTok say that they were okay with it, but just because some creators say that doesn't mean that the entire Asian community is okay with that. Anyways, that's what I meant to say. Back to the video. And also another problem with that was, again, with the watering it down to one trait. That even didn't have anything to do with his character. There was no sign that he was smoking. I'm pretty sure that's illegal. I don't know how it is in Japan, but cannabis is legal. In some states. I live in the US. It sucks ass here. Yay. People would say, oh, he would get high before games. Just like, first off, that's bad for athletes. Two, that's illegal in the terms of the school because technically cannabis is a drug. So, you know. But another problem with that was the fact that Suna's character is actually really good. Like, he has a wider range than most spikers. Like, if Spiker's ranges would probably be this wide, I can't English, and then Suna's range would be this wide, you know, proportions and all that, because they fucking yes. And the reason, a creator on TikTok said that the reason Suna could have that range was because he had good core muscles, that's actually really cool. So man's probably a six-pack, just letting y'all know that. But people completely ignored that, and I personally thought that was really cool. But people just completely ignored that and said, yes, he's a smoker. It's just like, what? I can't even like Suna anymore because of that. I can't even like him anymore because people just completely ruined his character like that. Alright, next I had Kenma and Hinata's friendship. Okay, I actually really like their friendship. Their dynamic is like, I don't want to say that Hinata is the reason Kenma is more into volleyball now, because Kenma was always into volleyball, mostly did it for his friends, but he wasn't just gonna quit right then and there because, you know. But one thing you notice from season 1 to the end of season 4 is in the beginning of season 1, when Kenma first met Hinata, he couldn't directly look him in the eye. Hinata would be looking at him and he'd be wandering his eyes around like, And by the end of season we are right now, where everything ended up in the terms of the anime, Hinata looks at Kenma, and then Kenma looks at Hinata, and that's just, yes, details like that. Love it. But people in the fandom did notice that. I didn't notice that. I saw that from a person on Twitter. But one thing I do have a problem with is that people think that Kenma is like completely devoted to Hinata. He'd do anything for Hinata, yada 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 yada, worship him like a fucking god, and it's just a little uncomfortable. But the problem is that people will say that, oh yeah, Kenma will ditch Kuro to hang out with Hinata in a heartbeat, and it's just like, you do realize that Kenma and Kuro are childhood friends, right? So you're saying that Kenma would throw away maybe 12 plus years of friendship to hang out with a guy he met on the side of the road? I don't think so. And also because Kenma plays volleyball because of Kuro. And it seems like in the friendship dynamic, Kuro cares more about Kenma. I don't think that's how it is. I think it's just that Kuro is more physically visual with it. Like, he's always checking up on Kenma. He has a spare key to his house and all that. And he's always like, you know, checking up on him and doing all that. But when it was a scene in season 4 where Kenma and Kuro were back in elementary school, and I think at the time Kuro was the captain of like their elementary school volleyball team, and they had lost the game, and Kuro was really upset about it. And then Kenma saw this, and he was like, you want to go level up? And it was yes. And then they went to the corner and they practiced receive. It was great. I loved it. All right. So you're gonna tell me that he's gonna ditch all that just to hang out with Hinata? No. All right. Controversy time. I don't get what it is with this fandom. This just proves how horny people are. It's just, why? Yuji Terashima. The fact that he has more significance in this fandom than he should is just, why? Y'all do realize that he harassed Kyoko, right? Y'all do realize that, right? I don't want to hear any arguments saying like, oh, but what about Tanaka and Nishinoya? They're always hitting on Kyoko. Like, no. The difference between Tanaka and Nishinoya and Terashima is that when Kyoko tells them to stop, they stop. With Terashima, it is shown that Kyoko is very much uncomfortable in the situation. She is constantly telling him no. But he's like, come on, it's just a number. Like, sir, I will roundhouse kick you right here, right now. Also, people's argument for that was just, oh, but he has a tongue piercing, so it's okay. Like, what kind of validation is that? That's like a white person saying something racist and then saying, oh, but I have black friends, so it's okay. It's just, no. Also, he is not fit to be a leader, because a leader usually has a plan in place and all of that and knows what they're doing on the court. Terashima, during the match with Karasuno, his only thing was, don't worry, guys, just be positive, which is a very good example of toxic positivity. No. And Saki had to put them in their place. And honestly, they still lost, but I'm glad that she took the initiative, because that was clap up to you. Also, they had no significance to the plot. Like, they were just one of those matches. They had a bit of a side plot, but that's it. Like, they were just as relevant as those delinquent kids they went off with. Honestly, the delinquent kids were a lot more inspiring, because I really liked that, because it was like, they did not try, because they just assumed that they were gonna lose, and then they go up against Karasuno and they're like, yo, they're taking this serious. They're taking us seriously. We should do the same thing back. And even though they lost, it was really inspiring. Which is just, yes, do your best, people. Do your best. Here's the thing about this next one. I didn't notice this until someone on TikTok brought it up. And honestly, the more I think about it, the more I realize that they're not wrong. Aran, Ojiro, on Inarizaki's team. Black representation. I was so happy when I saw him in the trailer. I was like, wait, is that a black person in an anime? Because you don't get that often. You don't get to see that a lot. So the fact that there was a black character in haikyuu, which haikyuu was literally one of my favorite animes. So to see that was just like, wow, yes, love that. And then someone on TikTok said that Aaron was being left out of a lot of fan art. You didn't see a lot of fan art of him. Like, when you think of Inarizaki, you specifically think of Suna, Kita, the Mia twins. But in some fan arts that you will have them replaced, you have Aaron replaced with Sakuza. Which, to be fair, Sakuza is more popular than Aaron. But at the same time, we kind of need that representation. Because I barely see any fan art of him. I can remember like maybe 1 or 2 times that I've seen fan art of him. I've seen cosplays of him. Oh my god, they make me so happy. I wanted to cosplay him, but I can't because my hair. And I ain't shaving that stuff off. And I am not... Can you even get a wig for that? We'll see. And then people on TikTok were just being racist. There was one video that was going around that was like, someone was like, I'm really glad Aaron is left out of all these fan arts because he looks like a monkey. And it's just like, you do realize that's racist, right? You do realize that's racist, right? Sometimes you just keep your mouth shut. It's just that simple. Okay, I think we can all be honest for once, is that the hyperfeminization and the heteronormative in this fandom is just appalling. Like, there will be lots of fan arts that will have them in skirts and dresses and corsets and all this feminine stuff. Now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If anything, that's helping a lot because it's showing all these characters and them being men and them liking feminine things. There's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, you have characters that are perceived as bottoms. They're perceived as bottoms in the fandom. Characters like Hinata, Kenma, Oikawa, Suga, Akashi, Oikawa. I've seen multiple fan arts of them in, like I said, in feminine things, skirts, dresses, corsets. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'd have absolutely nothing wrong with that. My problem with it is that you don't uphold the same things to the characters that you see as masculine. Specifically in terms of characters like Kuro, Kageyama. I've seen a few of Kageyama actually. They do a pretty good job with both sides of that. But like Kuro, Bokudo, Uwaizumi, characters like them, I don't see a lot of that. Like, there have been vaguely a few times where I've seen pictures of Kuro and Bokudo in dresses and skirts. Maybe 1 or 2 times with Uwaizumi. But like, it's not to the same degree that you have with the characters I just named before. It's very much a different. And that is hyperfeminization. Because it's just, like, y'all do realize that, yes, in terms of, like, Hinata, yes, he is scrawny and lanky and he's small when we first meet him. But by the time skip, spoilers for the manga, by the time skip, he's fucking jacked. This man is jacked. It's just, I don't see it that much. And I'd like to see more of characters like Bokudo and Kuro and Uwaizumi and all of them be more feminine. Another problem was that hyperfeminizing them would make it heteronormative. And the point of gay relationships is that it's 2 people of the same, I don't know what word to use, of the same caliber, masculine, feminine, and feminine. It's not entirely open to those 2, but those are the examples I'm using. The point is that they like each other. They're gay. They're men loving men, women loving women. So the fact that you are demeaning these characters and making one of them more masculine, one of them more feminine, that's heteronormative. And that's a problem in this fandom. Because a good example would be the whole Sugamama and Dachi thing. Because a lot of people had a problem with that. And there have been many call-outs on that topic where people are, using the Suga Mama thing. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, there's nothing wrong with the whole, teen dads dynamic. But don't call Suga a mom. Call him a dad. Because he's male. He's not female. He is male. So the fact that you were demeaning him and saying that calling him Suga Mama, it was a joke at first, but then people took it too seriously and literally started calling him teen moms. And then they had Teen Mom Squad things on YouTube and all that. They were all stupid. And it's just, don't do that because that's heteronormative. Now to the finale. Sexualization. I don't know what it is about this fandom, or just any fandom in general, where you see a gay couple and you just think that you have to sexualize it. Because that's a big problem in boy-on-boy love, comics, or relationships, or ships and all that. Because you will be drawing them in these ways that are sexual, when a majority of the majority of the characters in this show are minors. They are minors, and yes, some of them turn 18 to a certain point in the show, but at the same time, they are minors. Another argument people would use was that they'd say, oh, if you drew a fan art of them and it was 18 plus, they'd say, oh, it's a time skip version of them, but they still have on their uniforms from when they were in high school. So that doesn't make sense. You are sexualizing them. You are fetishizing gay relationships. That's just it. And people need to stop doing that, because gay relationships are not for your appeal. There's a whole problem with this in the LGBTQ or just the world in general. And we do not need that. All right? As someone who is LGBTQ, I do not need my existence. If a guy comes up to me and I tell them that I am gay, I don't need him to come up to me and be like, it's okay, I can change your mind. That's not it. That's not what I'm saying in this situation, but I'm giving you an example. Just not right. All right? So please stop. I know it's not going to do much with this video. I'm just ranting at my frustrations with this fandom. But please stop. In any fandom in general, don't do things like that, because it is toxic and it is not right. Well, congratulations, you've made it to the end of this video. What did you receive from this? Me complaining about a fictional fandom with real people and whatnot. This is what happens when you have no friends, kids. But I have a few plans for what I plan to do with this channel. I'm thinking I watched Bungo Stray Dogs a few months ago. I watched that when did I watch it? I was gonna plan on starting this YouTube channel a long time ago. I just never got around to do it because my interest of it would kind of go down and then would go back up again. My motivation would just come back up. But the summer starts soon. I'm gonna be out of school. Yay. So I'll probably be doing more videos. I have a few ideas. I'll probably do a Bungo Stray Dogs review because I really like that show and I really want to talk about it. I have a lot of problems with Miraculous Ladybug, so I can voice my concerns on that. I am very new to BTS ARMY. You can hear me scream about that. I got a lot of things to say about that. It'll probably be really disorganized. Probably maybe reaction videos if I figure out how I can do that. Cover videos, and I'm also a dancer. Cover videos in terms of dance covers and singing covers, because I did chorus in school and I really still like singing. It's one of my hobbies. I don't do it as much though because insecurities. And then I don't know, maybe fanfic reactions, because those seem pretty popular. They're really stupid. I like to laugh at them because they're funny. Also, if you know me from school, you didn't see this. All right, just click off. You didn't see this. Bye-bye now. Well, bye-bye to all of you now, because I'm done with this video. I got things to do now. Okay, bye.